the second that he started like getting into the fact that he was sucking my dick, the second that he started enjoying the fact that I was eating his, and that's when he opened himself up to his actual desires, and he knew he wanted some dick by the time I got there. The other day, I was on my whole shit. Full disclosure, I was feeling in my body. I wanted to be mannish. I wanted to do some things. And so I logged onto the apps and this dude hit me up. His profile said he was a VERS top in oral. And I always am curious what people mean when they say oral. Like, does that mean you want to get your dick sucked? Do you want to suck some dick? Do you want to eat some? Like, I always am curious about just oral as a thing. I asked if he was just into sucking dick or if he was getting fucked too. Because, you know, there could be a lot more versatile in someone's VERS top. He said I could eat it, but he didn't know about getting fucked. And, you know, I respect people's boundaries. I fucked him anyway, but that's my thing. What I got, though, in the whole process, in the way that he was moving and how he was communicating, is men have a problem saying that they take dick, but don't have an actual problem taking dick. Hear me out. I truly believe that bottom shaming, masking our sexual desires, not being clear about what we want, what we like, what we do, is just because we don't like women. And one would think that that does not have a place in gay culture because, I mean, being gay means I like men. But I do think that deep down in our psyche, in our cultural psyche, we just don't like women. And anything that aligns us with what women do, for some reason, a lot of us in culture have a problem with it, like taking dick. Taking dick is what women do. They are the receptive partner 98% of the time, unless they have a kink or something, right? That is what women do. And so deep down in our cultural psyche, something about that cannot sit well with me, or femininity in general. That is what women do. And any sign of us looking like or being like or acting like women is negative. But somebody got to do the bending, friend. Somebody has to do it. This particular person, I won't give him a name because he was just a hookup. But when I walked in, he was very stereotypically masculine. And it felt like a performance. It felt like he was putting on something for something, right? And I'm just sitting there like, you gonna suck my dick or not? Like, I could care less about who you are in your real life. I could not care less about what you do or how you carry yourself. None of those things mattered to me. But apparently how I was perceiving him mattered to him, so much so that he had to put on something, right? He had to perform something to prove that he was a man. I know you're a man because I'm about to put my mouth on you, right? And so the irony of all of that is the second that he stopped performing, the second that he started like getting into the fact that he was sucking my dick, the second that he started enjoying the fact that I was eating his ass, and that's when he opened himself up to his actual desires, and he knew he wanted some dick by the time I got there. He knew he wanted some dick when he was in the DMs. Now, that is not to say that every person who is versatile on some level is a bottom. And that's not to say that every person who bottoms has to identify as such. But I do think that there is a issue in our culture, a pervasive issue that says that me being who I am and wanting what I want, liking what I like, if it aligns with femininity, if it aligns with femaleness, if it aligns with womanhood, that I'm not supposed to enjoy it. I'm not supposed to say that. Full disclosure, that's one of the reasons why I respect, love, and have the softest place in my spirit for people who can say that about them, but that's a totally different topic. But I think the bigger lesson is heteronormativity and how it comes up in our culture. Last week when Consciously and Hope Giselle were on the show, we talked about heteronormativity and how in my head I was trying to make sense of the fact that Hope Giselle is a woman, she's with a man, and so that must mean that she's straight, even though she does not identify as a straight woman, right? And Consciously added heteronormativity to the conversation because he identified that there is this kind of this default stance that I was applying to things, that if a woman is with a man, that must be a straight couple. But really, it could be a whole bunch of other things, as evidenced by Hope Giselle. She is not straight, although she is a woman married to a man. But I think that we take it another step further, or maybe an adjacent angle in our culture, because we will make the gayest shit and turn it into some straight shit subconsciously. But if we peel back the stinking thinking and everything that we do, there's probably some lesson that we learn from some straight person on how straight people should operate. And that is something that we've just applied to our gay lives. I'll give you an example. We learned little boys don't do that when we were growing up, even though that for most of us are things we really enjoy doing. We really enjoy being creative, or we really enjoy being being expressive in how we dance and move and operate. We really are emotional beings, but somewhere along the lines, some straight person told us little boys don't do that. Go outside and play with your friends. When really my friends were inside. And we just take that and run with it. We are still living through our little boys don't do that in every day and every way we operate. Even though a lot of us at our big age are very gay, very open about it, very clear on what we enjoy, who we like, what we are attracted to. But we'll apply these straight norms that somebody gave us when we were 2 or 5 or 10 to our gay lives that we're living now. And I think that the way that we get through that, though, is to throw away all the rules. And I truly believe that's what culture is trying to do. That is what trans people are trying to do. They are trying to throw away the rules that we were giving us about gender and gender expression and create new ones that apply to us. That's why there's so many different words for things. And that's not a bad thing. I think that as gay people, as cis gay people, primarily that listen to this podcast, we need to do the same thing. We need to throw away all the rules about everything that it means to be whoever we think we are. For me, that came when I acknowledged gay people have a lot of sex. I, as a gay person, have a lot of sex. And no matter what straight man told me that, a woman's body count is important, gay people have a lot of sex. Straight people may care about body count, but that doesn't mean that we have to. Another one, men take dick. It's not feminine. It is not just for females. Men do it and we do it well. But the second that we think or we ascribe these feminine qualities to things that we do and enjoy, that's when we start making it into some heteronormative. Men can raise children. Men can keep homes. Men can do all these things. And anything that we have in our head that says we can't is us trying to apply these straight rules that we learned a long time ago to our gay lives. And that's the stinking thinking. Everything we do is what we do. And anything beyond that is us losing sight of who we are and how dope it is to be Black gay men who love Black gay men. So, dear Black gay men, you not straight, no matter how much you think you might be. That was our show. I am Jay the Gentleman. If you're trying to find a guy to date this cuffing season, this video right here may be the one to do it. Remember, we've got new uploads every day here on Dear Black Gay Men. I will see you next time.